10 secrets Patrick Mahomes doesn't want NFL fans to know. Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 National Football League Most Valuable Player, has quickly emerged as one of the league's high-profile quarterbacks as the Chiefs compete for their first Super Bowl win in half a century. And you definitely know him well, but how well do you know him? Well, we bet you haven't heard about some of these facts that we're going to be telling you today. Welcome to Everything Sports. Make sure that you stay until the end because you definitely don't want to miss the name of the athlete Patrick Mahomes adored while being a kid. If you want to know who we're talking about, you will find out once we reach the number one spot on our list. Number 10, Showtime. When he was a kid, his father gave him the perfect nickname, Showtime. If that doesn't describe Mahomes perfectly, there's not another name out there that can. He's truly a special type of player. But does the former NFL coach and Sunday Night Football analyst Tony Dungy think the same about it? He said, quote, "I'm not a big nickname guy. What I've been more impressed with Patrick is as a young player who only had one start before, being able to process everything in this offense. The numbers, the volume of stuff that they do is just unbelievable to me for basically a rookie, a second-year player. I think he's been a phenomenal person with the mental aspect of the game, and I think Showtime doesn't do all the justice to how good this young man is mentally." The most important part here is that Mahomes loves it. He said, quote, "It's what I had growing up, so we'll stick with that one." Number 9, the NFL's first $200 million contract. Mahomes is currently riding on his rookie contract, which is great. He was paid less than $4.5 million in 2019, and he's expected to get $5.2 million next season. All right, and those are some insanely hefty paychecks to us, but when you compare that to the big hitters in the NFL, it's not that amazing. As his rookie deal gets closer to its 5-year end, many are anticipating his new contract with the Chiefs could be offered at a cool $200 million, which is way more than any NFL player's contract payment. There hasn't been a word from him on contract negotiations yet, but it's likely that not only would his caliber get him $200 million over 5 years, but also the Chiefs' assurance that his contract will be spread out to make something like $160 million of that practically guaranteed. Number 8, high school years. Since Mahomes was younger, he was as good of an athlete as you could ask for. When he was in his senior year of high school, he struck out 16 batters in a no-hitter. That's incredible for an MLB pitcher to do, yet a high school pitcher. To be fair, that means only 11 batters made contact throughout the game. He was the star of the basketball team, and there seems to be a consensus that there could have been Division I basketball in his future if he chose to pursue it. He also continued his baseball career and was an all-around player on the diamond, starting at every position except catcher. Number 7, regrets. Despite his rapid success playing football, there was one reason he might regret not playing basketball and choosing football instead. Well, the top players in baseball make nearly $40 million, and we can tell that NFL players don't make that much. Quarterbacks are the highest paid players in the league, but only in the last few years that they started making over $30 million a year. Some might say he made the best possible decision. He gets to play the sport he loves. He should also be able to make more money as a football player than a baseball player. Mahomes may have enjoyed playing baseball, but he has to be happy with his decision to choose football. But if football didn't work out, Mahomes had an opportunity in another professional sport. In 2014, he was drafted by the Detroit Tigers in the 37th round. Granted, it makes complete sense why he didn't take it, considering it would have been really difficult to develop being drafted that late. It is interesting to know he was drafted in 2 different sports, isn't it? Number 6, forbidden sports. His new contract extension, which will be worth upwards of $503 million over 10 years, includes a language that prohibits him from taking part in various physical activities. Quote, "I still don't think I'm allowed to play basketball," Mahomes said. "I'm sure baseball is not going to be allowed as well. I know there's a lot of them. They have like everything from jet skiing too. I don't know what all the things are. I read a lot about them. It's pretty much every physical activity you could possibly do. It seems that he will probably be sticking with football and video games for now. Before we continue, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. Also turn on post notifications so you'll never miss a video from us. Number 5. Shoe collection. Well, if Patrick Mahomes had one guilty pleasure, it would have to be shoes. He has an entire room dedicated to his extensive shoe collection. Quote, "We renovated a lot of the house. The last thing was the shoe room." He said, quote, "That's been something that I've wanted for the past 6 years or 7 years at least." The custom closet is outfitted with display lights, shelves to hold his sneakers, and racks for sunglasses. There's even a security camera. His collection is made up of over 180 pairs of shoes, including several styles from Adidas, his sponsor since 2017. He also has a Game of Thrones inspired pair called the Night's Watch Ultra Boost, and a handful of customized ones with phrases like NYC, ATL, and Pharrell Williams inscribed on the back. Now, you might be wondering which one of the 180 pairs is his favorite. And it's the pair of Yeezy boots 750 triple blacks. Quote, "These are my babies. They're big, but at the same time, you can wear anything with them." Number 4. NFL applause. There was a time where Mahomes seemed unstoppable, even though some fans probably still have that feeling. He went 8 consecutive games throwing over 300 yards. That's a really good game for quarterbacks, yet to do it consecutively for 8 straight weeks, well, that's a miracle in and of itself, and Mahomes makes the impossible seem easy. And recently, he ended up breaking another NFL record and became the fastest quarterback to reach 10,000 career passing yards. Last month, he passed for 225 yards as the Chiefs ran out 26-17 at Ralph Wilson Stadium, taking his career total to 91 touchdown passes in just his 37th NFL game. He also looks likely to break the record for the fastest player to 100 touchdown passes, a record also held by Marino, who took 44 games to reach that milestone. Number 3. Ketchup Guy. Did you know that he really loves ketchup? He even mentioned that there's no way that Andy Reid could even love ketchup more than he does. It's such a unique thing to really enjoy, considering it's a compliment. It's probably hard to eat with him during certain meals if he uses ketchup for everything. He said, quote, "It's weird. When I get barbecue from the barbecue joint, I eat it with the barbecue sauce when I'm at the place. But if I get it to go, I'll put ketchup on it. I don't know why. That's kind of how I've always been." He even managed to get an endorsement deal with Hunt's Ketchup and made a commercial with Amazon putting ketchup on his steak. Number 2. Sweet Family. The 25-year-old quarterback announced on Instagram that he and his high school sweetheart Brittany Matthews are expecting a baby girl. In the elaborate gender reveal video, Mahomes and his fiancée stood in front of a massive display of blue and pink balloons while their 2 dogs walked toward them with pink paint on their paws, signaling the baby's gender. And of course, it wouldn't be a gender reveal without confetti cannons. The two started dating when they were in high school in White House, Texas. After graduation, Mahomes went to play football and baseball at Texas Tech University, where Matthews went to the University of Texas at Tyler to play soccer. Lastly, number 1. Idol. Alex Rodriguez played with Pat Mahomes, Patrick's father, for the Texas Rangers in 2001. He called Pat one of his favorite teammates. Quote, "If anybody even threw near me, he would go hit someone on the other team," Rodriguez joked. But he didn't think much of his own son until the calls started pouring in this fall. As it's known, Patrick Mahomes' idol was Rodriguez. Mahomes played shortstop when baseball was his jam, so it made perfect sense for him to model his game after a player he spent plenty of time with during his teenage years. Rodriguez isn't a surprise to be someone's role model, but it is a bit surprising that it was Mahomes' role model. What do you think about Patrick Mahomes? Let us know in the comment section down below, and also don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you guys next time, and thanks for watching.